Polina, we are very proud that you will be on our boat tomorrow. May I ask you to please come forward, because we all would like to give you the floor. We are eager to hear your story and to learn from you. Thank you.
Thank you very much for this wonderful welcome, and hello everybody, thank you for being here. I'd like to thank the City of Amsterdam for giving me this opportunity. It's really a great honor for me, and it's very humbling to be standing here in front of you, knowing that you came here to greet me and to hear me talk about lives of LGBT people in Russia. I'd like to say that I am just one of the activists. I'm just one member of a wonderful team of people that we have back in Russia fighting for LGBT rights for the last 3 years. And thank you so much for your interest in what's going on in a country completely different from yours, somewhere very far away. And I want to say that international solidarity has been very important to us and is still very important in that struggle.
Polina, how does it feel to be here as a guest, official guest of the City of Amsterdam?
I've never had this feeling before. It's such a great honor. And I really didn't. I'm so involved in the work that we're doing back at home. There's so many things to do. I didn't really mentally prepare for such a huge honor, and I'm right now a little shaky. But this is a great feeling. It's so good that our work is recognized.
Okay, that's a good feeling. But do you also think it will help your struggle?
International solidarity helps our struggle on many levels, I have to say. It's important to note that it helps LGBT rights activists, empowers them to continue their work in Russia. Because if we felt isolated from the rest of the world, if we didn't feel that all of our achievements are supported and all our struggles are also, we're helped in our struggles, we probably wouldn't have the energy to continue. Because sometimes you feel like you're up against a solid wall.
We have a long connection, a long way back connection with St. Petersburg. St. Petersburg is for a part built on the same structure as Amsterdam, with the canals. Of course we have the Hermitage, a small Hermitage, but still a Hermitage like in St. Petersburg. So it's important for us to show everyone, but especially the people in St. Petersburg, don't do this. Don't let this law don't let this proposal become a law.
Yeah, well, it is already a law, but
it's now in discussion to become a law in more districts of Russia.
Yeah, and even nationally. Yeah?
Yes.
Right. So, did you also try to discuss this with your colleague Alderman in St. Petersburg?
I never met a colleague of me in St. Petersburg. My Amsterdam colleague, Caroline Gerels, went to St. Petersburg and she brought it to their attention. But I never been to Russia, so
okay.
Of course never been to St. Petersburg.
And was your colleague successful there?
She discussed it, but we saw the result. The law is still the law.
Okay, so there's still a lot of work to do.
Absolutely.
I feel so safe in Amsterdam, it's amazing.
Okay, that's great. But now when you're back in St. Petersburg, and the last few months when you were there, did you try to avoid public speeches and public activities because of this law?
No, our organization is involved in many public activities. We organize public debates around the gay rights. We have a huge project called Queer Pride Festival, which is going to take place this September. It's all about involving public in the discussion about homosexuality, about this law, and so forth. So all of that, again, can be considered illegal under this law.
So that means that they hesitate to use the law, to persecute you.
And they should hesitate to use the law because, well, they use it, they're stopping any kind of human rights activity that's directed promoting tolerance to a group of people. So this is a clear violation of Russian international obligations under that they took as being member of Council of Europe and other international organizations.
Okay, so actually, maybe because of the international pressure also, they also already realize that this law is in fact illegal.
They've said many times that this law is meant to protect children in schools and kindergartens and so forth, and it's not meant to prevent human rights activity. And they had to say that so many times that probably they are being more cautious now in how they apply this law in practice.
Okay, so that's good news actually.
It is good news.
Okay.
Yes, it's good news, but still the law is not based on any factual information. There's no evidence to show that information about homosexuality harms minors in any way.
Yes.
On the other hand, minors who are developing their sexuality and they feel that they're different, that they're beginning to understand that they're homosexual, they need information
Yes.
at that point to realize that nothing's wrong with them, that there are other people like them, that they're normal. If they don't get the information, I mean, it's very detrimental to teenagers. It's already, the level of suicide is already 26% amongst homosexual teenagers.
Wow.
So this law is not doing any good to minors,
Yeah.
and it's actually violating their rights.
And do the opponents of homosexuality, do they not understand that being gay is not something that you learn, but that is part of you, that you were born with?
No, unfortunately they do not, and this is also part of our job, is to inform the society, to provide information that's scientifically based, objective, evidence-based, that's already, the whole world already knows.
Yes.
And Russia is still somewhere in the Middle Ages thinking that pedophilia and homosexuality is all the same and it's a choice that people just on a whim they like to do that. The first step would be to dispel these myths and stereotypes and just by providing correct information.
Okay, yeah. It's also often said by opponents that homosexuality is unnatural, huh? But maybe it's good to tell that so many animal species also know this phenomenon.
I don't understand that argument at all. I mean, it's everything that there is done by nature or
Yes.
by God if you believe in God, or by nature, but in any case it's part of the diversity of the world that exists, and this diversity makes this world beautiful, and it will be wonderful if Russian society eventually starts to understand that. It will be good not just for gay people, it will be good for any minority in Russia and for the society as a whole.